The new Crystal Lake series coming soon finally has a release date. After what has been years of development problems, delays, lawsuits, and production chaos, Peacock officially announced that Crystal Lake by A24 is premiering this October, and it's scheduled to start streaming on Thursday, October 15th. I think that is the absolute perfect time. It's right in the middle of the build up to Halloween that we all love. Some things that we already know about the series coming up is that it stars Linda Cardellini as Pamela Voorhees, with the show focusing on the origins of Jason Voorhees and the early Crystal Lake story. A young Jason is set to appear in the show as well, which is good news. And I mean, the fact that this is coming from A24, who are on an absolute roll with movies in general, but horror especially, makes this a really interesting series that could kind of make or break series for horror films in the future. This series has definitely had one of the strangest development histories ever. As we know, for a while, the Friday the 13th rights have been stuck in these legal battles for a long time. And that's obviously a big reason as to why we haven't had like a Friday the 13th movie in a little while now. And I think, like with all being said and done, like the entire build up that we've had to get to even this point, the fact that Crystal Lake is coming and we now have a release date is pretty crazy. You know, this isn't just going to be some cheap throw it on and binge it streaming show either. This is a massive production. It's definitely ambitious if this works, but if they pull it off, I'm going to be so excited for what's possible to come in the future. I think making Pamela Voorhees the central character is probably the smartest thing that they could have realistically done, because, you know, obviously we think about Jason when we think of Friday the 13th, but Pamela is the reason this entire franchise kicked off, as, you know, we all know as horror fans. So I think it's cool that it's kind of recircling and recentering back to that, you know, original factor. Linda Cardellini as well taking on the role was a surprise, definitely for me. I didn't know who to really expect, I guess, but that's a fairly big name to be put in this series as well, so I have no doubt that she's handed in a great performance. The show describes Pamela as a woman who gave up a singing career to care for her special needs son, before eventually spiraling after Jason's death. I'm really interested to see that psychological side, like the full breakdown of Pamela Voorhees in a way that we've never been able to see before. And I just think the entire tone for this show is so in the unknown. I just don't know what to expect at all, that I'm excited for it. So yeah, Crystal Lake is definitely one of the more important horror projects, and definitely, of course, Friday the 13th project in years. Because if this series does work, are we going to get a new film off the back of that? Or are we going to see other franchises spiral off into series as well? I just know that I'm really excited to see Friday the 13th return in some form after all the delays and issues that we've seen to have, and there was a period where I really didn't think it was going to happen. I'm just so glad that there's a date now for it, and yeah, we can just look forward to that now. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys are thinking about the series. Are you excited for it, or are you not too fussed?